Don't be afraid to have some lines. Peels aren't going to erase lines. Oh, they're going to soften it and give you that beautiful, healthy glow. You didn't. That means you sat there and didn't smile and enjoy life. The more you do peels, you're removing more and revealing more, and you're forcing your skin to turn over and create new skin to keep coming up. So it's just a little bit of a process.
I am so excited to share with you today Jen from Platinum Skincare, and she's going to talk to us about being over 50, being in our 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and how we can make our skin glow. And it's not as difficult as you think. I found Jen through my search on peels, and I had one done at the doctor's, and then I decided to follow that system by myself at home. And I did a whole lot of research on at-home peels, and it's something that's needs to be taken very seriously because peels are strong. And I found Jen, and she does a whole education on peels. So I ordered the product. I loved it. I was so excited, like I couldn't actually believe how good the results were. And I wanted to share it with you. And the reason I can share it with you is because Jen makes it safe. She makes something that can be dangerous, but it's safe. And there's a whole lot of different levels you can go through, starting at very, very gentle for the lady who is just getting started on her skincare journey, to someone like me who's been doing it for many years and I want to try everything. So I'd like to welcome Jen to Fabulous 50s, and please, Jen, help educate my fabulous ladies on how they can make their skin glow in a really gentle and easy way.
Oh gosh, I would love to. Thank you for having me today. Yes, I am the CEO, president here of Platinum Skincare, and it's been my life journey for over 22 years now to bring kinds of products that are, professional strength at home so everybody can use them and get the same kind of results without having to necessarily go to the spa or the doctor. It's a good way to save some money and look gorgeous.
You're right, Jen, because it was a fraction of the cost. Because I'll tell you my backstory. I went to the doctors to get a TCA peel, which is a very strong peel,
Yep.
and I got it on my body because I have a lot of sun damage. I grew up, on the beach in the 70s and 80s and 90s, and my skin is very damaged. So getting the peel at the doctor's, well, I took a lot of research before I got it done, um, but it made such a difference. And then when I bought the follow-up TCA peel from you, it was the same product. You said professional grade. It was the same. It was kind of like the same bottle. So can you share with us your background in skincare and peels, and how the products that the doctors use is the same as what we can buy from you?
I wanted to find something that people could do at home. I needed to do at home. It's always like if there's a problem, there's a solution. And it was my goal to find a solution for myself. And I started just like everybody else. I'm like looking online, seeing if there's some peels because I was having those done, and there really wasn't anything good out there. There was a handful of little things that did nothing. They didn't teach you anything. You don't know how to, use them. You don't know to do an entire series of them. There's just so much information that's lacking. So it became my goal to get out there and be somebody that's going to give way more information and teach people how to use things. So, I teamed up with a chemist. Obviously, I'm not a chemist. I know about everything there is to know. I feel like I could have been a dermatologist. There's just so much I know and so much I've learned over the course of, 23 years. But still, I'm not a chemist. So I utilize a chemist to, make these for me. So, we go over, I tell them what acids I want and what pH levels and all this wonderful stuff so that we have a whole variety available for everybody. If you have pigmentation, there's one for you. If you have wrinkles, there's one for you. If you have sensitive skin, here's things you can use. So we have just such a big variety that there's just something for everybody, from the beginner to somebody that's been doing peels for even for years and coming from doctor's office peels.
Yeah, which was me. And so basically you were a woman with a problem,
Yeah.
and you made it your mission to find a solution, and now this is your thing, it's your passion. And I can tell from my research that I've done on you, on watching you teach, like you really, really want for women to get great results. You want them to experience what a peel does. Like
More than
peel
anything.
amazing. Yeah, it's like magic. Like when you do a peel and it works, and then you reveal your skin afterwards, you go, oh wow, this is
Oh,
so good. I feel so amazing. And everything changes, because when you apply your foundation after you've had a peel, your skin just looks better, like
it
way
does.
better.
It
So
does.
yeah, Jen, could you maybe go through with us a couple of different stages? So, to start with, if we can talk to our ladies who have that they don't do skincare, they
Mhm.
might cleanse and moisturize maybe sometimes. So that will be our group A.
Yeah.
What would you recommend for group A, so they might have wrinkles, fine lines, and some sun damage?
Well, number one, we always want people to be on a good skincare regimen, and that doesn't have to be difficult. It's
Right.
something along the lines of we all have to wash our face, once or twice a day, twice preferably. It's along the lines of, picking a cleanser that is acid based. So when you use this every single day, it helps to get some of that dead skin off. So something as simple as just choosing an acid based cleanser and then putting your normal moisturizer on and using SPF is, going to take you that first step. For nighttime, I always want people to use retinoids. Same thing. Wash your face. You can put a retinoid on, put your moisturizer on. It's that simple. If you're doing just these couple of things, even from there, you will feel and see a difference, because just applying that acid every day is transforming. And when you're prepping your skin, you can start off with, a super simple peel, like a Mandelic peel. This is gentle, gentle, gentle. And, anybody can use this, from the most sensitive skin, rosacea skin can still use this Mandelic peel. And something like this, once a week or once every other week can transform the way you look and the texture of your skin. And you get like more luminosity. And a lot of times you won't even need make, like, I don't wear foundation. I don't wear foundation. I might put a little, spot here, and put, some blush, and because I'm, give myself some color, but
Yep.
I don't wear foundation anymore. Sometimes I feel like now when you put that foundation on, it doesn't look as good as your natural glowing skin. Once you get all that dead skin off,
Yes.
it's just amazing.
And that's kind of the beauty of an older woman, I think, rather than masking her face.
Mhm.
Even if you're putting foundation on, but it's what's underneath that's going to glow. And so when you say Mandelic peel,
Mhm. Yeah,
if,
that's
if if a lady has never tried anything before, this is the first place she starts.
oh,
And what's like, can that burn in any way? Or
yeah.
is it completely safe?
I
Or
mean,
is it need education before you use it?
well, you should always get some sort of education, because you wanna know what you're doing. I mean, you
Right,
wouldn't,
right,
go and try something brand new that you've never done without doing a little bit of research.
right.
Make that easy for you. We have videos. We just walk you through it,
Yeah,
it's as simple as wash your face, use an alcohol or a prep solution, and just kind of degrease the skin, get off any oils, and then you just like you would apply a toner, put a little bit of this I don't like cotton pads as much as I like a flat waffle pad, you
yep.
know, put that on, or use a gauze, and you just kind of leave it on for a few minutes and rinse it off. It's fast like that. And, in a few days, you'll feel a little bit dry, and then that goes away. And then before you know it, your skin is beautiful and it's time to do the next peel again.
Okay, great. Is there peeling with the Mandelic peel?
With Mandelic, it is one of these peels that anybody can do every day. You can go to work, you can go to school, whatever you're doing in your life, and you might just see the tiniest little bit of dryness.
Okay.
It's a very invisible kind of shedding. Most of the time, that dead skin's going to come off when you're washing your face with like a washcloth. So
Yes.
it's just a hint of visible flaking. That doesn't mean that there's not a lot of layers of stuff coming off that would never have come off if you didn't do
Okay.
that peel. But
Okay.
it's like I consider that like a no downtime peel, I would say. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So if you're just getting started into peels, this is literally a no-brainer.
No
Like
brainer.
peel. Yeah. And
Perfect.
incorporate it into your life and just see what happens. You can't go wrong. And it's not expensive. Like
No.
if you go to the doctors to get a peel, it adds up. Particularly because you keep going back and getting more and more.
Even if you were to get like a Mandelic peel or a glycolic peel from the doctor's office, depending on where you are, it could be $65, $100
Yeah.
to get a peel that where if you're doing this at home, you might be spending, $1. So I mean, this is filled with 6 of these bottles. Boom, 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 boom. And if you take one of these bottles, we'll give you 3 peels. So this
Right.
box is like 18 peels. I mean, it's like less than $1 for a
Yep.
peel that would cost you 50, 60, $100 in an office. So you
And
can
it's
do
the
a peel
same
free.
thing. It's the same thing. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just excited
It is
because
the same thing. We sell to doctors' offices. They will do our peels in their offices.
right. How exciting is that? That
Yeah.
we from home can just do this. And
Yeah.
and it's not like you put a moisturizer on and your skin's not as dry as what it was. You
Yeah.
do this and your skin glows. Like it just glows.
And you know why? I'll tell you why. Like, here's a little tip. When you put a moisturizer on, all you're doing is temporarily hydrating layers and layers of dead skin on your face. So it looks
Right.
great when you first put it on, and then it starts to dry out after a little while, and you look the same. When you're using an acid peel or an acid cleanser, we're removing those dead layers of skin. So now you have that smooth, beautiful skin. And when you put a moisturizer on, it can penetrate deep into your skin and give
Yeah.
you like long lasting moisture. The treatments that you apply will penetrate nice and deep, and you'll have just a much better outcome if you're using things like acids. It's good for your skin.
In saying that, is it dangerous for us to be taking layers of our skin off? So that might be a question that a lady might have who's never done it before. What's the danger?
There really isn't a danger. Your skin does turn over. And if you think about it, when we're really young, our skin pretty much turns over every 28 days, I think it is. As we age, so we're in our 50s now, that slows down 2 times, 3 times as long, sometimes even longer for some people. And so that dead skin just keeps sitting there and building and building, and you look all dry and crepey, and
Yeah,
it's not good. When you start using acids, that it so ever so gently comes off.
I love
It,
that.
it's wonderful. It is so easy to do. So easy.
I love that. Okay, we've spoken about group 1, the ladies who have never done anything before. That's where they start. What about group 2? So they may be using retinoids at nighttime. They're doing like maybe a vitamin C, or they know a little bit about skincare and they're doing it. What sort of, and their skin's more prepped. What could they use to get an even bigger result, a more luminous glow?
Right. Now, there are a lot of acids to choose from, but I think, fitting into this particular category, we're looking to make a change, right?
Yeah.
So if we don't want to do something that just gives you the tiniest little bit of flakes, it's time to move to an acid that can actually be layered to go on and give you a deeper peel if you like. And I'm suggesting TCA for that. And TCA comes in different percentages, but you always want to start with the lower one. So this TCA 7 is perfect. It's not really irritating. Now, obviously, when you put an acid on, you can feel it.
Yep.
Some people feel a little bit of tingling, some people feel a little bit of stinging, With the 7%, that's very, very mild.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you put this on, and the beauty of an acid like this is you can keep applying it again and again to get a deeper peel. So, the very first time you try something like a TCA, I would say to put on 2 layers. So you put on your layer 1 and you wait 5 minutes because that's about how long TCA takes to do its job. And then without doing anything else, you go ahead and put another layer on. That's layer 2, and you
Yeah.
wait 5 minutes, and then you can just rinse it all off. And same thing, in a few days, you get a little bit of dryness. Then over the course of the next 3 to 5 days, that dryness comes off. So with TCA, you might see a little bit of flaking on your skin. It's more along the lines as if you had a little sunburn or something like that. It's not
Okay.
it's not terrible. You can still go to work. I suggest, applying some good moisturizers. We suggest the oils, things like emu oil, or, some people we use like an ointment, things like that.
A
You
barrier.
still look perfect. You go to work, you can be just fine. And then the next time you do a peel, you can make it deeper and you can get more flaking if you want, just by putting another layer and then another layer. You can work your way up to 5, 6 layers, whatever you like. And that is a perfect place to start because it's such a low percentage.
Yeah.
It's so customizable because you are adding those layers on as you see fit.
I love
That's
that.
a great one.
Okay, so just to clarify, we're going to so this is for people who have had some skincare prep.
Mhm.
They're using some products
Yep.
already. So this is where they're going to start. 7% TCA.
Yep.
You put it on once, you wait about 5 minutes, you put it on again.
Yep.
And how do you know if you can go a third time or a fourth time? I know the answer, but you tell me how we know.
Yeah. Well, we always want to be safe, right? We're doing this at home, so we want to be safe.
Yeah.
So we always suggest 1 to 2 layers the first time. So
Right.
the very first time you do this, you're going to do 2 layers, rinse, and then you're going to read your booklet. It's going to tell you can do another peel in, 3, 4 weeks. Now, when you sit down to do that peel, you can add on 1 more layer. So
Okay.
this time, your very second time, you can go up to 3 layers if you
Right.
wish.
Right.
And then next month, when you do a peel, I like to suggest, like once a month to do a TCA peel.
Yeah.
Then you can move up to 4 layers or
Okay.
5 layers. You can keep applying layers as you wish, or you can move up to a higher percentage. But that's just what's so great. The TCA is one of my favorite acids. I love TCA just because it's just so easy to work with like that.
Okay. I love TCA as well.
Yes.
What about for people, and like I think I put my hand up here, what about for people who get really excited that their skin's fresh and glowing
Yeah.
and they want to do it before a month? Because that's kind of what I want to do. But
Right.
give me the answer on that.
Right. So this is where everybody thinks that once that dryness is gone, that, oh, it's all done. I can do another one. But just because the top surface is done, all the deeper things in your skin, that's just beginning. And we need to give your skin chance to do all these wonderful things. Now, TCA has been proven in studies that it does stimulate collagen in the skin. It stimulates elasticity in the skin. It stimulates glycosaminoglycans. And what those are your natural moisturizing factors. That's what like moisturizes your skin. So all 3 of those are proven to be stimulated by TCA peels. So, when you're doing things like this, you have to give your skin time to do that regeneration. And in all honesty, the longer you wait, the better. So, 1 month, it's good. 1 month is good to do the next one, but you could wait longer if you wanted. Your skin is still doing its things under there, but you're really going to start seeing changes after, I would say, about 3 peels. Then you're going to really be able to look at your pictures. And I always say, take a photo. If you don't take a photo, you get so used to looking at yourself in the mirror and you
Mhm.
don't see these little subtle things. You
Right.
have to take a photo before your first peel and then every time before you do another peel, I suggest take a photo, same room, same light, so you can really compare. And by the time you're comparing your beginning one to month 3 and putting those side by side, the change is already really, really visible. And then you're like, oh my gosh, look at this, look at this, look at this. This mark's gone. This line isn't as deep as it used to be. All
Yeah.
these wonderful things are happening. And since a series is actually 6 to 8 peels in a row, by the time you're done with that eighth peel and you're comparing your first one to your eighth one, it's just like people are
Yeah.
so excited that they just want to keep going. And you can keep going, you can take a break, you can do however you wish. And when you're happy, then just do a peel every once in a while.
Yeah, that's what I love.
Yeah.
It's so exciting because you do see, like it's like sometimes you use skincare and you go, is it worth the money? And then you think, well, if I stop using it, does my skin look the same? Like there's always this question, is it worth the money? But
Yeah.
this, it is because you
This is
see it.
yeah. This is different. I mean, like, this is for real, you
This is
know?
for real.
And that doesn't mean that, creams and stuff aren't wonderful. And if you were only doing that,
Yeah,
same thing, you would have to take pictures and only do that so you
right.
can, document those changes. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's fun to see the differences.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to
Yeah.
be sharing platinum skincare with everyone because, like, I don't even really like promoting products very much, but this is something that I want everyone to do because you're gonna look at your skin and go, wow. I'm doing a glow up challenge at the moment, and
For
like
sure.
with the goal of having this inner glow
Mhm.
through moving your body and feeling good about yourself. But if you can make your skin glow because you put a little bit of acid on it, just to get rid of all of that stuff, like happy days.
It is so uplifting. It makes you feel good about yourself. And if you're already trying to take care of yourself,
Right.
it's supplementation and acids and
Sleep.
exercise and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you're just going to be feeling and looking. You're not going to feel like you're 50 something by any
Right.
means. You're certainly not going to look like it. And that is almost the best thing. That is the thing that people come up to me and that just tickles them the most is when somebody comes up and they're like, oh my gosh, I went here and I hadn't seen my
Yeah.
friends in, this many years. They had a school reunion or something, and they were blown away. They thought I didn't look my age, and what am I doing?
Yes.
And that's the excitement. We see that all the time, and it's so wonderful to be a part of that, but nothing makes me happier than to see people like really love their skin and love what they see when they look in the mirror now.
Yep, I love that. And nothing makes me happier than seeing a woman just feel good about herself.
Yep.
And she feels good because of the little things. It's the little things that you do
Oh
that
yeah.
makes you feel good. So, it's
Exactly.
great. Okay, can we move on to now
Mhm.
the woman who is looking after her skin? She's done peels before. She's doing all the Retinoids and all of that.
Yeah.
What would she do to get a better result than what she would just get if she was using retin-A at night and a vitamin C in the morning and vitamin B? So how can you incorporate peels into that stage of life?
Sure. And as with anything, it's a matter of just moving up in strength, moving up in percentages so you can get a deeper peel. We have many people that have been doing lots of things, have had peels in doctor's offices, and they'll still start with a 7. But
Yeah.
I will say, and people that don't want quite as much downtime, or they're very, very sensitive, starting with a 7, it's all about the layers. The more layers you can turn a 7 into a really good peel. Now,
Okay.
once you're doing, 5 or more layers, or you've had peels done in the salon, or you have, let's say, normal skin, you're prepped, you're using retinoids and things like that, we will start people at a TCA 13 at either 1 or 2 layers. And
Okay.
this is like a if somebody were to call me and be like, "Hey, I'm this age, I'm dealing with some lines I'm seeing on my face, not temporary little things." I would generally start them at the 13%. You
Okay.
know, like not just like some people like think if they squint, they need to erase that.
Yeah.
Um, this is a great place to start. TCA 13 at 1 to 2 layers. And now that doesn't mean that you'll ever leave TCA 13. There are stronger percentages. Personally, TCA 13 is my favorite. I do like the 7. But if I do 13, I would not, I don't do more than 3 layers. You can keep working up 4 or 5 layers and move to the next percentage. And some people feel that that's the goal, is to just keep moving up. I don't think that's the goal. I think the goal is what's comfortable for you, what works with your life, because you're going to
Yeah.
get a little bit more flaking with this. This is definitely going to be a more visible flake than the 7 at 2 layers or so, is definitely going to be a lot more than the Mandelic. You really can't even see this. So we call this downtime, right? Where you have those flakes, and it can be coming off. You don't want
Yeah.
to put makeup on top of skin like that. It's not going to look very good. But you can
It-
still go into society, and if somebody asks you, what are you doing? Well, I'm doing peels. I'm going to look super.
I'm taking the peel. Um, can you explain the downtime for the ladies as far as, okay, day one, we've done the peel. What happens on day 2, 3, 4, and
Sure.
5? When does it start showing?
Most people, so let's say the average, you apply the peel by day 3. For most people, you start feeling dry.
Right.
So day 1, you feel good. Your skin's tight and smooth. It feels great. Day
Yeah.
2, it usually feels great.
Yep.
Day 3, now it's starting to get dry, tight, and like when you make like faces, you'll have all those lines go. Like
Yeah.
you're starting to age. At day 3, somewhere between day 3 and day 5. That's when like the areas that you move, like around your nose, around your mouth, that it'll start. Yeah, you'll see the skin kind of splitting off a little bit, just a little. Still like a bad sunburn, I would still
Yep.
say that's what it is. That's kind of how that skin peels off. It's not that bad. Now the more layers you apply, obviously the more dead skin that can come off. But so once that process starts for you, it's another 3 to 5 days and it's done. So a little tip, people always want to know, I have to go somewhere in a certain day, or, I work Monday through Friday, I have the weekends off. When can I do a peel? And I always tell people, if you have the weekends off, do a peel on a Tuesday night, maybe a Wednesday night. So by the time you reach Friday, now, no, by Friday night, your skin is just starting that flaking phase. And now you can peel all weekend long. And when you come back to work Monday, it kind of starts in the middle and radiates outwards. So you might have a couple little things around, easy to cover up. So you can still, go to work, go do the things that you want to do.
That is a fabulous tip, because that's what I've noticed on when you get a peel and you think, my skin's going to not look good, but it actually looks okay and good for days 2 and 3. It's like
Yes.
you can do anything you like. But yeah, so okay, best tip ever. Get it done
Yeah.
do it on a Wednesday.
Yeah. And
Look
then
good
just adjust those
Friday.
days. Some people work over the weekends, and that's okay. Just adjust your days a little bit.
That's so good. Okay, so people like me, I just went for the 35 because that was the highest number, and I think that my skin has had enough treatment. But after listening to you, I would do that, because like one of my things is I need to learn patience. I want the results. But this is a much better system for me, because I can do a couple of layers and
Mhm.
then do it again in a month's time. I bought 30 from you, and I put it on my body.
Okay.
I've been waiting to do my face. I haven't got anything for my face because it's summer, and I noticed after I did my TCA peel on my skin, the results were so good I almost cried. But then I went to Bali,
Yeah.
and now it's summer here in Australia. So I'm going to do a whole system on my face,
Yeah.
But I think that's what I would do. I would buy the lesser strong
So,
and do it properly.
and that's okay if you got the 30 because there is a big difference between your face,
Uh-huh.
whole rest of your body. So,
Yes.
and let me break this down real quick. So, because this is something that people do want to know. So, on your face, your eyes are the thinnest skin, right?
Yep.
Then next is your neck and décolleté. So these are the thinnest areas on your body. Now your
Yes.
face is next, and then the whole rest of your body, you can put very high things on. Like like that 30. And
Yep.
that is best for someone with very, very light skin.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Then the TCA 30 can be fine. And we do want to also keep in mind as people age, their skin can thin, right?
Right.
So if your skin is crepey and thin and, maybe exceptionally dry and bruising, things, obviously what we want to do is the thinner your skin is and the darker your skin is, we want to use a milder percentage.
Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
if your skin was like really crepey and thin, I would tell you to use like the 20 or even possibly the 13
Okay, for your body.
for your body. And you can just put more layers on, it will peel.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the body takes a much longer time. So the face is done within 7 to 10 days. Your neck down, even though this is thinner, your neck and the rest of your body, you're looking at 30 days.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It takes
Yes.
like it maybe took like I don't know, 10 days or so
At
for
least
for
10
the
to 14 days before you even start to dry. Sometimes you'll put that peel on, you'll even forget you did it. And then
exactly.
like, why is my arm starting to be dry? Oh, I did that peel 2 weeks
And
ago.
then all of a sudden, it's the same with the face. You
Yep.
look really old, really, really old.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
you can imagine yourself in 20 years' time. Your skin gets all like stuck together. It
Yes.
kind of feels like you've got like like glue on your skin, and it
Mhm.
all comes together. And you look at yourself and you go, "Oh, what have
Oh.
you done? What have you done?"
Yeah, it's time to wear long sleeves and people
Yeah.
legs and they just laugh that when they take it off and there's all the dead skin in their, pants or you know,
Yes, on the sheets.
it's
So we
It's
could
best
just
to sleep with some pants on if you're peeling your legs, some
yeah,
legs
yeah.
are a little tighter.
Another tip is if you're going on a date or something
Yeah,
and you do a TCA peel on your body and your legs, you're gonna look really old in a couple of weeks' time,
yes.
and then you're gonna flake everywhere.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you probably don't wanna share that with anyone new.
Probably not. I would be for sure that that person has seen me a few times. And
Right.
what I love for the body, like shea butter is so
Right.
good.
Yeah.
For, because you can put it on thick and it stays like thick and moisturized for hours
Yes.
and hours. I love shea butter on the body, just pure
Yeah.
shea butter. If you're doing peels, that makes you look the best.
A little bit better. So
Yeah.
so that's the downside. Well, it's kind of a downside of the peels, but there's such
Yeah.
a big upside after the downside. It's like you don't even care,
No,
literally. No
and
problem.
once you start doing it and learn a way to kind of work it into your schedule, it's not a big deal. It's
Yeah.
always a little bit scary for somebody brand new thinking,
Yep.
"Oh gosh, I can't." But, once you've done it a few times and you see how much skin it is, hey, well, maybe the 13 was too much dead skin for you. Okay, then do the 7. What I like to do is I have multiple peels, of course, at home. And if I want to do a peel, but I don't want to deal with a lot of flaking, well, then I'll choose Mandelic. And if I'm ready for some flaking, oh, I'll choose TCA or Jesner or something, layerable like this. And I just go for it and just deal with it. And I want the dead skin coming off. I just don't do it when I went on vacation or have a place to go.
Yeah, that's yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
I've noticed when I did the TCA peel on my body as well, there was like it is a couple of weeks of you look old, your skin
Yeah.
looks terrible, and I've filmed videos, doing a workout, and my skin's all pulled together, and I look 100. But
Well,
like,
now you can be like, hey, I'm doing a peel. I'm getting rid of
Doesn't even
these
matter.
spots and stuff. It's gonna look better. It's gonna look better. I'll
Yeah,
show
yeah.
you in our next video.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's it's funny. We do these things to make ourselves, feel good, and then there's a few little things that you've got to overcome first, which is, the peeling on the face or the tightening of the skin. But
Mhm.
when you put a TCA peel, this is amazing on your hand. If you've got age spots on your hand, it makes such a big difference. It's
Huge.
like, whoa. And I've seen on your website a couple, or you send emails and you show
Mhm.
results of like real people. I
Yes.
remember seeing a lady, she looked like she was in her 80s, and
Right?
before and after. And like, yeah, you know, I don't have nice hands. Some people are blessed with beautiful hands. I'm not one of them.
No, me
But
neither.
it takes it all off. It's like gone. Where did it go?
Yes.
So good.
And it's so helpful. But I also want to, throw out there that it isn't an instant miracle. Yes, it's going to make big changes. It's going to take lots of that off. But if you were like a sun worshiper your whole life,
Yep.
keep this in mind. We have 20 some layers of skin just in our, epidermis, or our stratum corneum, right in the very top layers, all the layers and layers of dead skin, and then you've got more below that. Well, that pigmentation runs really deep. So you
Okay.
might have taken some of it off, and now you see like a different spot, and you're like, well, where the heck did that come from?
Right.
Things
Right.
come up and out, up and out, up and out. The more you do peels, you're removing more and revealing more, and you're forcing your skin to turn over and create new skin to keep coming up. So it's just a little bit of a process. But like, I don't want people to feel like, oh, you're going to do one peel and that's going to be it. You are going to do 6 to 8 peels in a row. That is what a peel series is. So
Right.
sure, on the body, even, at least 6 to 8 peels in a row, and then you're going to see just tremendous changes, and that might not be enough. You might have more spots you want to take care of, but as long as you took your pictures, you're able to look, oh my gosh, 35 spots on this arm are gone. I just need to keep it up. And then
Uh-huh.
you will reach a point where you are happy.
Yeah, that's good to sort of tell everyone as well. Like,
Yeah,
you say you won't get instant results. I felt it was like,
some
wow.
people do. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how high
So
up
bad.
the damage is.
Yes. Yeah. But that's I didn't know about, like, the more that you do, it comes from the layers, and
From deep
it
within, yes.
spots.
Yeah.
Um, so okay, that's really good. It's so helpful. Can you tell us about wrinkles as is there a specific peel that you would apply to, say, lip wrinkles, which is where they start on your face pretty much, wrinkles around your face?
Yeah, yeah, the nasolabial folds and all the way down here. The
Yeah.
most beneficial thing that you can apply is TCA, because
TCA
of
peel
the
for
reasons I
wrinkles.
stated before, because this is stimulating collagen and elastin
Okay.
in the skin. And that is what is going to make the biggest difference. Now, there's a couple of ways you can tackle these. Okay. You can, when you're doing a peel, let's say you're using the 13%, and you went, I call this a full face layer. We're applying it everywhere. Okay. And let's say you do 2 layers, and you want to target something. Well, after that 5 minutes, now you can do a couple of spot treatments, right? So maybe you want to grab a little Q-tip, like a cotton bud, and put a little bit on there, make sure it's not dripping. And then you can put a third layer only on your little problem spots,
Okay.
with your 5 minutes. Um, you may or may not be able to tack that one more time after another 5 minutes, but you can put a little extra layer on your problem spots.
Okay, and what will that do?
Well,
Just
you're getting
deeper,
a
a deeper.
deeper feel in those areas. So, like a lot of people like to do this, where let's say they're doing 2 layers on their face, and boy, that's just fine for them.
Right.
But they got a couple of spots, the upper lip lines and right here, and they want to hit that with the third layer or sometimes even a fourth layer. And
Okay.
those areas are going to peel more aggressively. They're going to stimulate more collagen. You're going to see quicker results because you're being a little bit more aggressive there.
Okay.
So you
I
can
love
do that. Yeah. Another option is to take a slightly higher percentage and put the higher percentage there only.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
that's an option. I just find that it's very difficult to, keep one acid percentage here and then put another one here and
Yes.
not overlap.
Yes.
That's why I feel like a lot of times it's easier to just add an extra spot treatment,
Yep.
with the percentage you're using, or only do that area and don't do the rest of your face with a higher percentage.
Okay.
Kind of like 1 month you could do that, and then the next month do your whole face again. Because you
Yep.
want to keep things even.
Want to keep things even and also keep it easy so that you don't think you're making a mistake because we want to get it right.
Yeah.
Okay. Jen, how do I get rid of my lip wrinkles?
This is the answer. TCA 13 peels. Do one every single month, and that will soften those lines, and you'll be looking amazing.
What's the best peel you can use to treat melasma?
Melasma is, dealing with hyperpigmentation, but it's hormonally based. So it's a little bit tougher to treat. It's something that needs to be treated consistently. So, number
Mhm.
one, you need to use melanin inhibitors at home, like our Fade Bright, something that's going to turn down the melanin production in your skin. And you need to use SPF 50. So, that's just right off the bat.
Right.
Then, when you want to reach for a peel, Mandelic is a wonderful peel that helps with melasma. Other than Mandelic, another acid that's helpful is Jesner's. That's a stronger peel. Like
Okay.
TCA, it's applied in multiple layers. So this is a great one if you want that little to no downtime. And if you want a little bit more downtime and you want to be more aggressive, then you can use something like a Jesner peel. TCA is an option, but it's not the perfect acid. It's helpful, but each acid has its own special thing it's really good at.
Yeah. Yep. That's really helpful because I know many friends who have melasma
Me too.
and it comes back and it's such a problem because they feel like it's just sitting there. It's like, hello, look at my face. So they, try and cover it with makeup, but when it starts to fade, like you just feel better about yourself. So
Um,
I'm really happy that you have a solution for melasma, but it's a continual process.
it is
You
a
don't do
forever
it,
process.
it's a forever process, which is okay because that's kind of what we're all doing. We're
Yeah.
all trying to, we're not trying to not be old. We're trying to be old and be excited about how our how our faces look and how our bodies look because that's the biggest gift that we can all have is that we can get older. Like,
Yeah.
and I love that, and I'm so proud that I'm in my 50s, and so many of the people I know in their 50s, 60s, 70s, and they're just loving being older. But we feel good, so we want to look good. And unfortunately, if you spend, a lot of time in the sun, it
Yeah.
affects the way your skin looks. So this is just an amazing way for us to do some maintenance, not so that we don't look old, it's so that we feel great.
Yeah.
Um,
You're definitely going to look younger, and that's just going to happen because we're taking off a lot of those years. And it doesn't even matter what acid. If you're targeting melasma, you're still going to be improving your whole skin.
right.
It's not just like, well, I'm only fixing spots with this peel. No, 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 no. I mean, Mandela can transform the way you look.
Wow.
And, keep in mind when you're out there, I I I live on the water. I go in a boat where that SPF is super important. Like,
Yeah.
SPF. I love this one because it has like a little light tint. So that almost is like kind of like
Okay.
having makeup on. But make sure you put enough SPF on. Some people don't put enough on.
Yes.
When you put
Yes.
it on, I mean, you want to make it as long as your finger. When you're going out in the sun, if you're going to work and it's not a big deal, but if you're going outside, I mean, you need a lot. You
Yeah.
need to get good coverage and wear a nice big hat. And they're
Yes.
gorgeous anyways, so you're gonna look like a movie star hanging out and just
Right.
be sure to shade your face and neck. I mean, that's the most important thing because
Yeah,
second you go back in the sun, melasma, it's there again. So not you
exactly.
can't go in the sun, just shade yourself.
Yes. Great advice. And, it's not like the sun damage isn't that you're old.
No,
It's just you haven't gotten rid of it because anyone can have sun damage. You can have a 30-year-old woman with lots of sun
oh,
damage.
yes.
She's not technically old, but
No.
she's still looking old. So that's the thing. It's not that we're trying to get rid of our oldness. Like embrace that. Like I love that. It's
It's a good
freshening
thing to get old. It's a really good thing to get old.
It's such a great thing, and that's what I really want people to be super happy about where they are in their life. Whatever season you're in, if you're in your season of being over 50, like, celebrate that, and celebrate that by doing things that make you feel good, and I don't know, doing peels makes me feel good, so I just
Oh,
wanna share it with everybody.
too. And don't be afraid to have some lines. I mean, peels aren't going to erase lines. Oh, they're going to soften it and give you that
Yeah,
beautiful, healthy glow. But hey, I mean, you're still going to have I mean, if you didn't, that means you sat there and didn't smile and enjoy
I
life
know,
your whole life.
I know.
You have to have a little bit of lines or you look not
And
right.
20-year-olds had these lines. Every 20-year-old who
There are
smiled.
20 and 30-year-olds that have some crow's feet. So if you have some in your 50s and 60s, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but I feel that the lip lines
Yeah.
that's what I worry about because it is very aging. It's like, "Oh, look, if I can soften those, great." That's
Yes,
my
and you can, and you can.
yeah. And big sunspots, they're also like because they're there. Have a
Yes.
look at my sunspot, have a look at my melasma.
Right. Oh,
Um,
isn't it pretty? No.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, great. So we've addressed, wrinkles, melasma, sunspots. What about another one, which is acne?
Mhm.
So many of my ladies are finding that they have hormonal acne
Yep.
at this stage of life, and it's also a huge problem with our younger people who are going through their 20s and teens and 20s. They're
Yeah.
also having acne. So can a peel help acne, or is it not something that works?
Peels are wonderful for acne. And if
Okay.
you have somebody that's younger, let's say a preteen, tweens, Mandelic 22 is what I reach for. Um,
Okay.
if you're a little bit older, you want something a little bit more aggressive, there's the Mandelic 40. Um, there's another acid called salicylic, which is pretty commonly used for acne. There's like a salicylic 15% peel that can be applied. I suggest with the peels, just think about this when you have acne. It is better to be applying things every single day, one, two times a day.
Okay.
Obviously that's paramount. You have to have a good regimen to begin with.
Yep.
But by adding the peels on and taking those layers of dead skin off, that helps. If you don't have those layers of dead skin, they can't clog your pores. I mean, it's the dead skin that is mixing with the sebum and clogging the pores. So if you're keeping that dead skin at a minimum, you are going to be much less likely to have acne. And then I want to mention the other key is retinoids.
Yep.
Retinoids go deep into your pores and they shed the lining and they make them come out and they tighten them.
Right.
So retinoids are paramount and acids are paramount. So if you're
Okay.
doing things like that every single day, I suggest for people for doing these peels like this, I say do a peel with acne every other week. So you do your peel one week and then you use your acne products the next week. And then you do your peel one week and then you use your acne products the next week because you still want to be putting on your everyday products,
Okay. Okay.
your acne, like your acne treatments.
How is prescription Retin-A different to an over-the-counter retinoid?
Yeah. Now, retin-A is tretinoin, and that is the acid form of vitamin A. So that is the strongest one. It is available prescription only, I believe, in most places. Now you have a variety of retinoids that are available over the counter, so without a prescription. Um, the top one, the strongest one, is called retinaldehyde, and that is right below tretinoin. And then below that is retinol. And then below that, you get into some esters. Now, there's one other one that's a newer one, and that's called granactive retinoid. And that is actually an ester of tretinoin. So all of those are just a little bit milder, or they have to be converted into tretinoin. So your skin will actually turn retinol into retinoic acid. You put retinol on, it converts it, the enzymes in your skin convert it into retinaldehyde, and then it converts it again into not tretinoin, retinoic acid, and then your skin can utilize that. Your skin can't use anything until it turns into retinoic acid. The beauty about granactive retinoid, which is that ester, is that one goes to work instantly too. It doesn't need to convert. So there are a lot of wonderful over-the-counter products that can be used if you don't want to go and get a prescription.
Okay. And do you have that product?
I do. I do. And this one has all of those in there. This has the very strongest retinaldehyde. It has the granactive retinoid ester, and it also has retinol, and it comes in multiple percentages from 0.15, 25, 35, and 55 for you to graduate through. And most people start with a 0.15. It is actually quite strong and will cause extreme dryness. So you have to kind of start it maybe 2 or 3 times a week and then add on a day as your skin acclimates and tolerates.
Oh, so, okay. No, you had that product.
So, yeah, this is our Fusion A. Fusion because it's a fusion of the different retinoids. And this is a wonderful product. This is great for acne, great for anti-aging, great for hyperpigmentation. And, you know, when you're doing peels, we like for you to be prepped, like we're talking about with the acids, the retinoids for sure. So using something like this every night is very, very important. And this is a great product. And a lot of times, you know, if you don't have a prescription that's going to cover your tretinoin cost, that can be quite costly for a 30-gram tube. I mean, it could be over $100 or so for someone, where this is less than that. So it's a better bargain for a lot of people.
And you don't have to go to the doctor.
And you don't have to go to the doctors.
Yeah. Okay, so if I use 0.05 retin-A, what percentage would I use in that product?
If you're using the 0.05, so it's 0.025 is the lowest, then 0.05, and then 0.1 is the very strongest. Right. So if you're using a 0.05, I would suggest that you were probably along the lines of a 0.25 or I just said that wrong. No, I said that right. You could probably use our 0.25. I'm used to saying 0.25, possibly 0.35, but you'd have to start it slow and kind of work into it. Okay. And you know, it's different. They affect differently. So sometimes we have some people that will alternate their prescription with this. You can do anything you want. Okay. But yeah, this is an excellent one. If you are using the 0.1, then you would possibly be safe with our 0.55. We call that our luminosity method.
I like that.
0.35. It depends. And you know, there's another benefit with luminosity, and because you're doing TCA, I guess I just want to mention that real quick. We have our luminosity method, and that is when you apply your TCA and you rinse your TCA, and then you apply our 0.55 for like about 3 days, and it makes you peel a little bit more aggressively. Okay. And obviously it helps to get that vitamin A deep into your skin right after that peel and give you extra benefits. So I just thought about that, and that's very beneficial with the TCA peels. We use that as an add-on.
Okay, so the luminosity is like, I'm all over that. Yes. What she's having.
Take 2 of those, please.
Yeah, 2 of those, please. Okay, that is really exciting. So we have covered so many different ways to treat the skin and to make the skin glow, to get rid of all the dead skin cells. And what I was thinking, because it would be really beneficial to my audience for them to try these products.
Sure.
And I've already been using like lots of products for many, many years. So I guess the results that I get are going to be different to the results people get who have just started.
Yeah.
So would it be okay with you, like, let me know if it's not, but would it be okay with you if we could choose 5 ladies from our audience who are at different stages of their skincare journey and
Mhm.
track their progress?
I think that
And
would be wonderful.
yeah, because then we can see, because it's okay for me to say, hey, try this product, you get skin like mine, when I've been working at it very, very hard for
Right.
years.
Relative, but the
It's,
exciting thing is if somebody does have a lot of lines or a lot of damage and they start a program like this, they're gonna see results quickly. And it's
right.
one of those things where like the worse the worse off you are beginning, the quicker you can see those changes.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
we're
That's true.
really darn good to begin with. It's a little bit more subtle. Because it takes that time and you're just refining things. But when someone's just starting brand new, wow, the changes are big quickly.
Like, how good is that to hear?
Yeah.
If you're worried about your skin
Yeah.
and you've done nothing, and then to hear the changes are going to be big and fast. And that's the same with losing weight or doing exercise. Like the less fit you are, the quicker the results are for weight loss and fitness occur, which is, that's amazing. So Jen, if that's okay with you, I would like to reach out to 5 ladies in our audience. We're looking for 5 women who are over the age of 50. And if you would like to be part of this, leave your comment below and let us know why you would benefit from working with Platinum Skincare to take your skin from where it is to luminosity glow. We're looking for 5 women to become influencers, to share your story with us. So what we're looking for is why, what your skin problem is, why you think you'd be a good fit to work with Platinum Skincare, and if you're up for it. So you'd need to be taking photos, before and after photos, during photos, and then all of us in the community can follow your progress. And like, this is real, because this is real women who are doing the thing. It's like, I'm a real woman as well, but I've also been, treating my skin in this way for many years. So my results will be different to your results. So leave a comment below. Let me know what your skincare issues are, what your problems are, what your problem areas are. And then we'll see if we can fix them for you. I'm
Yeah.
sure from listening to Jen, there's a solution to every problem
Yeah.
through peels and, skincare. So
Yes.
that's really exciting. Thank you, Jen, for offering that to our fabulous audience.
Of course.
And I'm so excited, because then it's real, like it's real women,
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be wonderful.
real results. And like, we can't fake that.
No.
That's going to be. And oftentimes we hear misinformation on skincare, and people promote things that they don't always believe in. But that's why I contacted you to say, I love the way that you educate your customer on how to do it safely
Yeah.
and how to get great results. So yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's important that you understand the journey that you're on.
okay, the best way that I can think of to help people figure out what's best for their skin is to make like a document of step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, and then wrinkles, acne, melasma. Like, break it down so it's really easy for people to understand where they should start. So we'll do that and make it and leave a link to that page below. You can go on to Platinum Skincare and research Jen's company and do a deep dive into all of the research that she's done and the beautiful products that she's created. And there's a little test there you can also take to say, I've got this, this, and this, and then the results will come out. You need this, this, and this. But again, I want to tell you that this isn't just a sell so that you can buy something that you don't need. This is something that you can actually help yourself feel really good. The products work. They're amazing. You're going to go, wow, like I did and like so many other people have done. And it's just something you may as well try. Like, why not? It's not expensive. It's good value for money, which is what I love as well. And yeah, so we'll leave all the links below. You can check out Jen at platinumskincare.com. And there you'll also see Jen presenting lots of videos, educational videos on how to do all of this that we've just spoken about. Thank you so much, Jen, for joining us and helping educate my fabulous ladies on how they can get their inner glow.
I'm so happy to be here. It was fun. I hope I'm a wordy person. I'm always trying to teach you everything. So
That's
sorry if
good.
I talk too much, but I've had a great time.
Yeah, no, never talk too much because it was all valuable information. So thank you so much and have a fabulous day.
Thank you. You too.